What if the most powerful weapon in the universe landed in the hands of the world's greatest detective? What happens when Batman, a man who swore never to kill, discovers the Death Note? Picture this. A mysterious black notebook falls from the sky into the shadows of Gotham City. Batman finds it during his nightly patrol, and the rules are simple. Write a name, picture the face, and that person dies. Cause of death is controllable. It sounds impossible, but Batman is nothing if not thorough. He tests it on a criminal already on death row. 40 seconds later, heart attack. The Death Note is real, and now Batman faces the ultimate moral dilemma. Here's where this story gets fascinating. Batman doesn't think like Light Yagami from the original Death Note series. Light wanted to be a god, ruling through fear and worship. Batman wants something different: order. He spent years watching criminals escape justice through technicalities, corruption, and broken systems. Now he holds the power to fix that permanently. But Batman sets rules for himself. No mass killings, no public patterns, no ego. He targets only the worst criminals who have escaped justice or would cause further harm. The mob bosses who buy their way out of prison, the corrupt politicians who enable them, even the Joker who has murdered countless innocents and will never stop. Gotham becomes quiet in a way it's never been before. Crime doesn't disappear, but the untouchable criminals do. The city experiences an unprecedented era of peace. Justice is delivered by an unseen shadow, and the world doesn't fear a god. They fear something more terrifying: accountability. But this level of systematic elimination doesn't go unnoticed. Enter L, the world's greatest detective, who begins investigating these mysterious deaths. L quickly deduces that these aren't random killings. They follow a moral logic. Only one type of person would kill like this: someone with intelligence, resources, and a strict code. Someone already fighting crime. L sets traps trying to identify the killer, but Batman immediately detects them and stops using the Death Note entirely. The conflict shifts from killing to something more dangerous, a battle of wits between two brilliant minds. L realizes the killer is cautious and knows he's watching. This becomes a psychological mind war, where every move is calculated. Batman finds himself in an impossible position. He's being hunted by someone as smart as he is, but he can't use his most powerful weapon without revealing himself. The investigation forces him to confront a terrifying truth. The Death Note works, but it corrupts, even him. He starts to notice the changes in himself, the ease with which he considers using it, the temptation to expand his rules just slightly, the dangerous thought that maybe some problems require permanent solutions. Batman realizes that despite his strict moral code, he's walking a razor's edge. One bad day, one emotional mistake, and Gotham burns. This is where Batman proves he's truly a hero. Not because he can resist temptation forever, but because he recognizes he can't. Anyone can judge from the shadows, but it takes a hero to stop himself. In a decisive moment, Batman makes his choice. He burns the Death Note, not because it failed, but because it worked too well. The weapon that could have given him perfect justice becomes the very thing that threatens to destroy everything he stands for. The flames consumed the notebook, and with it, the most powerful tool Gotham has ever seen. Batman returns to his old methods: investigation, intimidation, and non-lethal force. Crime slowly returns to its normal levels, but Batman's moral code remains intact. L's investigation goes cold. The mysterious deaths stop as suddenly as they began. The case becomes one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history. But here's the question that haunts this story. Did Batman win? Or did Gotham lose its most powerful weapon? Was destroying the Death Note an act of heroism, or the ultimate failure to save his city? The answer depends on what you believe makes a hero. Is it the power to judge absolutely, or the wisdom to refuse that power? Batman chose his answer. What would you choose?